Hello folks, and welcome back to another Wise Game video. In today's video we're going to be looking at the private server called Warmane. We're going to actually take a deep look at the server called Frostmourne. That's a Wrath of the Lich King server for this private server. This particular server was one of the last servers that they came out with for this game. It was released on April 15th, 2020. And it's a fantastic Wrath of the Lich King private server with plenty of players. Now, for those that have been following my channel, especially with the WoW videos, I did say in my last video that I was probably going to go back to retail and cover some of the Blizzard games again, but I still didn't receive my beta invite for Shadowlands. And there's not too much to cover right now for new videos when it comes to Classic WoW or Battle for Azeroth, so let's get started. Now, Frostmourne does have a different type of server. It's what they call a seasonal server. In other words, it just runs for 1 year, which I was very confused about because, you know, playing Blizzard games, they never had to do this because they kept continuing the game with new expansions. So basically, the Warmane staff does this to do a major patch and overhaul for the server Frostmourne, where once that full season is up, because there's always 4 seasons, just like real life, we got 4 seasons when it comes to World of Warcraft games. So there's usually 3 months per season. So once this full season is actually taken up, which will be April 15th of 2021. So yes, it's 1 solid year. Once this happens, all the characters in Frostmourne at this moment, at that time, will be transferred to the server called Icecrown. So again, as of April 15, 2021, we will be transferred automatically to the server Icecrown. But do we have an option of coming back to Frostmourne? Well, as far as we know, we don't have the full 100% details when it comes to this. But from what I gather and what other players are saying is that what they're planning on doing is actually coming back to Frostmourne once they re-release that, and then starting off on a level 1 character all over again. Or maybe eventually what they'll do is that they'll offer paid transfers later on once Frostmourne does open, where we could take our main characters back to that server. But this is just a guess. I'm just saying this. Because overall, we feel that Frostmourne is the best balanced server when it comes to this whole Warmane thing. And I agree. That's the reason why I picked this server, which I'll dive into in just a couple of minutes. So I did have a couple of questions when it came to this transfer and what actually happens. So I posted it in the forums on Warmane, and somebody did answer it for me. Now, this person is not a staff member for Warmane, but they are an upper member, or ranking I should say, when it comes to the forum posts. And that's what I'm going to show you guys right now. Now, the first question that I asked, I did cover at the beginning of this video, so we already know that it does go from April 15th, 2020 to April 15th, 2021. And then the next question I asked was, those on Frostmourne going to Icecrown Realm, will there be a way to transfer back to Frostmourne server after all this, or is Frostmourne going to be no more? And they actually answered it by saying no. Characters will stay on Icecrown, and Frostmourne will start again with everybody creating new characters. Question number 3. Do we still keep all of our gear once we get sent to Icecrown? And is this transfer automatic for all Toons? Or is it going to be a paid transfer? And for those that don't pay, will those Toons get deleted? And they did answer, most likely you will keep everything during the transfer for your character. And I assume it will be free, but we'll know as the time gets closer. And then they also added that in the past, when they did realm merges, they gave a period where you could transfer, and then you could transfer the rest over automatically. But they're not sure how that's going to be handled at this given time. And I did ask these same questions in my guild just to make sure that I'm giving you guys accurate information, and they feel the same when it came to all these questions. They answered them pretty much the same as this person did. But again, I am not getting 100% details yet from Warmane themselves. Now you may be asking yourself, how come you guys just don't want to stay on Icecrown? Well, we're not sure how the population's going to hold out. Right now, Icecrown is more populated than Frostmourne, so we don't know if we're going to have lengthy queue times. Or I should say queue time waits to log into the game. But now we're going to take a look at another reason why some players do not want to stay on Icecrown. Icecrown can be considered kind of pay to win. Now, Warmane does have a shop. If anybody watched my past videos about Warmane, I have covered this. But they do have a shop, or a store, and a trading post that we use real-life currency or money for. The cool thing about Frostmourne is that their shop does not carry real OP weapons or equipment. So it's just a catch-up mechanism. It's a way that players that started after April to catch up, because everybody asks for a gear score in this game. So it is a good way of catching up with your gear and once you hit 80 so that you could get involved in different events. But when it comes to Icecrown, on the other hand, they have a legendary weapon there called Shadowmourne. And this is one of the most kick-ass weapons in all of Wrath of the Lich King. So a lot of players are willing to go back to Frostmourne and start all over again on a level 1 character, just so that they're not playing a server that's more pay to win. Warmane themselves may change this option once this all goes through, but right now this is all we know. And I do want to cover one thing before ending today's video, is that we will be getting all the content eventually by the time that this merge happens, which will also involve ICC, the raid, and Lich King, the final boss. So if you did play Wrath of the Lich King, say 10 years ago on the retail game, and you remember a particular item but it's not in the game right now, it's probably because it hasn't been added yet as far as the implements go. So at the time of making this video, it is still a really good time if you even started off a level 1 character right now on Frostmourne. So if you were wondering what I was wondering, guys, I hope that this video helped you today. Feel free to sub up for more future videos, comment down below because we love to hear from you. Until then, thanks for watching Wise Gamer. You have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.